One shot, who me? Take that, ooh-wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need.
One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot.
It's the NFL on EA Sports.
And we are underway in Buffalo. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
Well, here come the Bills, and you don't have to look hard to find their fifth-year star QB, taken 7th overall back in 2018, Josh Allen.
I remember when he came out of Wyoming, the big question mark, could he be accurate enough to be a star in the NFL? I think it's safe to say he's put all of us in our place and put those doubts to rest. He can roll out and run it. He can bomb it over your heads. Everything in between. He's an absolute nightmare for defenses to try and prepare for. And when he's on, he's an MVP caliber player.
And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 7-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
McKenzie now from his end zone. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive. On first down, Allen. This one caught by Davis. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
So much to discuss with the Chiefs and Bills getting together here. The top two scoring teams in the AFC last year. Buffalo won their regular season meeting in 2021. That was 38-20 in Week 5. But as we all know, the Chiefs got them back in the playoffs. One of the best games in recent memory. 42-36 in overtime. And a game that many thought helped spawn the new overtime rules for 2022.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line.
Allen with a throw caught by Diggs. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, Allen looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted.
Trent McDuffie with a pick, and the Chiefs force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
And the Chiefs offense now ready to go to work for the first time, led by Patrick Mahomes, the 2018 NFL Most Valuable Player.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jarek McKinnon. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. A little juke. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
And this is just a little touch pass. They set the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. That doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
Mahomes now on first down.
Right back to Tony. He's got another one. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Gregory Rousseau.
Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Yeah, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes.
Throw left side, complete to Tony. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Mahomes. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try to get those yards a safer way.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And Diggs has it. And some room to maneuver. He's still on his feet. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 55 yards. And the Bills are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from the wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Mahomes, and he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
And they've got a good chance of getting points out of this. They start in the red zone on 1st down.
So after the INT, it's Allen.
A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
A final shot before half for Allen.
He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Stephon Diggs as time expires in the 1st half.
And the Bills have taken the lead on the final play of the 1st half.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. Pulls it in at the 13. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Von Miller picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
Fielded just inside the 30.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
The football back to the Bills and Stephon Diggs.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
Finding Knox there, complete. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Left side caught by Diggs.
He's got some room to operate.
Touchdown! Stephon Diggs, 28 yards.
And the Bills will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And it's now 21-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. KC's offense ready to take over. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success. But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard, they trail as we start quarter number 4. On first down, Mahomes.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. And Oliver, what an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11.
Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line. And these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot, and they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
And that is incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on fourth down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. He's got a man complete.
And he is going to have the Chiefs first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. They'll make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Mahomes now on first down.
Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
From the 17, Mahomes flushed out right. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
A dump down to McKinnon.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a fourth down situation with things not looking. he? They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bills are going to get the football back. Well, they had to take one final shot at the end zone, but now things are looking really bleak.
And I agree with that totally. You had to take the shot if they did score. You know, whether you call it a miracle or not, you line up, onside kick, get the ball back, throw one more in the end zone, who knows? Had to take the chance, it just was unsuccessful.
So Allen's going to look to throw out to his left.
There's Stephon Diggs for the catch on the slant.
And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Throwing again on second down. Allen.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the third time he's been off target this entire game.
Hey, Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident, when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he'll be out right at the 35. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth.
This game has been a lesson, a clinic in how to throw the football. I mean, even with a big lead, they're not turning off the engine. They're not getting off the gas at all. They plan to keep going at them, and it's working for them.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. On the move to his left. It's complete to Diggs. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Now Allen again.
Another target for Stephon Diggs, and he brings it in.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And Allen is actually going to throw it here, rolling to his left.
On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed, and the Chiefs will take over possession here up at the 44.
Partner, I think this will want to ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down by 2 touchdowns. A little over 80 ticks to go. The turnover does give them life, but they still need 2 scores.
Mahomes will throw. Finding Kelsey.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Bills will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line.
All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. That one looks like he'll throw here. Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And now off to the races down the right side. And hold everything here. This one is not over yet. They return it for the touchdown.
They continue to fight, don't they?
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. 35 seconds to play. Everything will come down here to this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the Bills, and that should all but do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try. On the onside kick, you're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
The Bills ready to take over.
And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Back to throw. Allen.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Allen to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and a little bit of a surprise they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now,
Got so many memories that I made on casket.